Hey guys, what's up? ThirstyThursten here, the proud creator of TT Studios and this little gem game of Yosemite Forest Ranger. It's actually right over there in the top. I want to tell you a little bit about the update and the progress we're making currently on Yosemite Forest Ranger. As you guys may have noticed and may have seen, the update and the wildlife update actually and general updates have been lacking or slow lately, and I want to tell you why. So first things first, real life just gets crazy busy sometimes. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us, essentially. But that doesn't mean that I've been sitting still. I have been working on Yosemite Forest Ranger in the background. I've been looking into Unreal Engine 5.1 and the features and the possibilities of it, but the main reason I haven't really updated anything for a while or have even worked on it for a while is because we are of course a small studio, or like basically I'm the one guy, and we use a lot of assets from the Unreal Marketplace, and I am working close with a few of the creators of those. One of them is Hyper. Games by Hyper created our inventory system, our building system, farming system, actually a lot of code-based systems. And Hyper is currently working on a combat update, or combat component I should say, which is going to help us in turn with the wildlife update and dealing with predators. The thing is, Hyper also told me, since we're working together a lot, he told me that a lot of the code base of the inventory system and some of the other parts and components in the background, or the back end as they call it, are going to change humongously, and like the whole structure of the code is going to change basically. Which means that I have to do a whole lot more work to make it to reintegrate everything into Yosemite Forest Ranger. Now eventually, when that's all done, the idea is that you as a player don't notice anything of that except maybe a positive influence on performance or new features that will enrich your experience. However, that also means that I kinda have to wait until Hyper is done with his update. And if I don't wait for him and just start creating new features and new functionalities in Yosemite Forest Ranger right now, that is going to mean that I have to redo all of that once Hyper releases the update. So that basically means if I am going to work on something that is important or has... Okay, prime example. I was working on a way for Theodore, the character, to throw spoiled meat or a flare on the ground if a predator was approaching him. That looked kind of shitty, just to say it like that. And the combat component that we're gonna get is going to have all of it. So I could right now spend time to create that throwing function as best as I can, which is only limited. But Hyper is going to create it as well and release it in his combat component, which I will also use. So why would I create it now, right? There's a lot of other things. I was looking into the crafting system, how it works now and how I would like it to work. I would love to try and change it so you can craft based on a category, kind of like Scum does it. So when you need to make vegetable soup in the future, instead of needing specifically 2 carrots, 1 cauliflower, I don't know, bell pepper or whatever, and water, you just need like 3 items or 5 items from the vegetable category, and water. So then you are more free in how you create it, right? How you craft it. And that same thing, like in Scum, for example, they have a lot of examples where they use for rope. You can use electrical wire. You can use hemp to create rope or whatever. There's several different ways they use rope as a crafting material, and that's kind of what I want to do too. And I've been looking into creating that. The problem is, if I create that right now, that means that once the whole code base is changed in the update of the inventory system, that I have to start over and redo it all over again. And so, and in that way, there are several different examples that I could tell you, which I will spare you. But there are several different examples that if I were to create it or work on it right now, I would have to redo it once the update is out. And we all love efficiency and we hate doing everything twice or more times than necessary, which is inefficient. So that's the reason I haven't updated it for a bit. Sorry, I had to drink a bit. So for that reason, right now there is not an update. Now, regarding the part 1 of the wildlife update, we've been talking about this, how we want to do then first the prey animals and then do the rewards of the Indiegogo campaign. That idea is still kind of ongoing. We also are struggling with some performance issues and some things that I'm trying in the Unreal Engine 5.1. And if that's not gonna work out great, we might have to roll back to 5, which I don't want, but we'll have to see how that goes. On the other hand, a lot of you people that have been amazing to contribute to the Indiegogo campaign have not answered the email or sent your pet pictures in yet. So we can't put everything in. So at some point we just have to call it and say this is everything we got for now and just put it in. I don't really want to do it, but maybe we kind of have to at some point. So if you haven't answered your email yet or you haven't seen an email yet, let Simon Frost know. You can find his contact information in the Discord or email us at yosemiteforestranger@gmail.com. And yeah, we can work something out. So that is basically the most important things that I want to tell you guys. So we are basically just waiting for updates to our core assets. And once they are out, which I expect them in a few weeks at most, then I can redo the whole code base again. And then we can build on top of that. And I think we might actually release some bigger features faster in the future, because they're basically all just ready and ramped up after this code base. So we're just hang in there and trust that we're working on it. And no, the development of Yosemite Forest Ranger is not dead. We are still working on it. We are still passionate about it. And yes, we will continue and we will keep building this great game with all of your input. So be sure to get into the Discord and tell us what you like about the game, what you don't like about the game, and what you would like to see changed. Thank you for watching. This is the update. And yeah, have a beautiful week, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!